Brucegas, aka Toka 2. You know I had to drop a track for my boy.
Hey, where you at?
Yeah, capping in your raps and boys out here telling fables. I'm the hardest young nigga, I ain't signed to no label. Hey, Brucegas putting them fights on the table. I'm calling that boxing since Kane versus Abel. Smoking so much gas, you would think that shit was fatal. I'm the people's champion like Muhammad Ali. Shout out Brucegas, one day we gon' meet. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, we gon' smoke hella weed. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, take a hit out the Toka 2. Slipping hella shots, feel like Tyson with the Pika. Little Glock on my side, but it hit just like Isaac Cruz. Shout out Mad Chad, real shit, that's my fucking dude. We always cooking on the panel. Strapped to my side, I ain't talking about no sandwich. Bruce passed me the blunt, I'ma light it like a candle. Ayy, non-stop bars, man, I always spit flames. Feel like Brucegas always got a different strain. Bitch, you ain't like me, you can never feel my pain. You win and you lose, well, this the fight game. Don't beef on the net and the shit won't change. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the game. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the chat. I ain't undisputed, yeah, hold on, I ain't undisputed, but I want all the straps.
Recordings just got better.
Salute. Good evening. Thanks for coming by, man. That StreamYard recording, that ad almost got me, almost destroyed the entire mood over here, man. Thank you for coming by. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. This is, I gotta get my engineering skills a little better than that. This is Brucegas, boxing, jazz, and more. On a Tuesday night, the 14th of November, the year 2023. And you know, life is funny, man. Life is funny. You know, yesterday I was sitting around and my phone rang and it was the champ, Terrible Tim Witherspoon. And he says, "Hey man," he goes, "Did you call me?" And I said, I sent a text to you about a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago, just to see what's up, man. He said, "Hey man, I just got a new phone. I didn't know if I left a message, and now I can answer all my messages." And he says, "What's up?" And I said, "You know, boxing is up," and we talked a little bit. He says, "When are you gonna do a show? I'll do a show with you." I said, "Duh, I'd do a show with Terrible Tim Witherspoon. How about as soon as we can, bro?" I said, "You tell me, champ, when you want to go on?" He says, "Tomorrow night." I said, "Tomorrow night's good with me." So I'm fortunate enough to have Tim coming on tonight, and I was gonna have Blood Boxing come on here. You know, Blood is a G on YouTube, man. Blood is the, I think when I see all my notifications going off, and I see Blood Boxing on there, that's usually the one I go and hit. So Blood calls me up a little while ago, and he had made previous arrangements with his mother. He had agreed to go help his mom out, and man, you know, my mom passed away almost 20 years ago, and man, you know, I miss her so much, and there's so many things I wish I could have done. But man, you know, I said, "Hey, Blood," you know, I said, "Life goes on, man. Take care of your mom, brother." And I sent a couple of other invites out. I'll see if anybody else comes on here. You know, Tim called me up, and you know, Tim's like me. He's got the CTS syndrome. You know, that's something that happens when you get older. It's kind of called you can't remember shit. And he goes, "Oh man, I forgot all about it. I'm glad you called me." And he says, "What time are you going on?" I said, 8 o'clock. He goes, "Oh, because I'm cooking some rice right now." I says, "Tim, relax, bro." He says, I can hold it together for a few minutes and you know, eat." He goes, "Oh, I want to come on and I'll go eat after." I said, "Go eat first, bro. Go eat first, and then we'll talk, man. You know, there's so much that goes on in boxing, and you know, talking to somebody like Terrible Tim, man, 2-time world champion, former WBA and WBC, gave Larry Holmes probably his toughest fight in the ring. This is after only 15 pro fights, man. But anyway, man, he's gonna stop in here in a little bit. I got some green dragon tincture. I made a batch up yesterday. Probably the best batch I've made up in a long time. Because what I did was I grew a bunch of plants in the yard this year. You know, now that it's legal in Rhode Island, man, you can just go and rip their daisies out in the backyard. And I had a little weed patch out there, and I harvested it. It was all right. But you know, I'm not much of a smoker. Excuse me while I take a rip on my Toka too. I'm not much of a smoker anymore. I do the green dragon tincture, and the reason I do that, this is the best way to ingest your cannabis. It's I even like the taste of it. Some people tell me, oh, it burns. Yeah, it burns, but you know, once you get, see, I was a drinker all my life, man. My dad had a bar when I was a kid. My house, man, we had more alcohol in my house than most people, than a lot of bars have behind the counter, man. So I was raised around alcohol, and I always used to sneak a bottle. I could swipe a bottle of Seagram's gin or a bottle of CC, and nobody would know it. And maybe that was the beginning of my road to ruination. But anyway, the green dragon tincture. See, I have to keep my mouth shut for 30 seconds at least 30 seconds when I do a blast of this. And that's due to the sublingual administration. See, it's almost like, it's probably the closest thing you can do to an intravenous, to doing a direct shot to the main vein, because what it does is it bypasses your digestive, the first pass through the liver. It doesn't get absorbed in your stomach, in your blood system like that. It gets more absorbed directly through the membranes below your tongue. And anyway, it's a little tactic that I've had a couple of medicines that had to be taken like that. And the best way to do this tincture, this green dragon tincture, is like that. I don't get the congestion in the morning. I don't get the coughing. But see, when I come online, I don't want to keep my mouth shut for a minute. I break out the Toka too, and I got some good weed that goes in there, man. You know, my wife kind of she loves the Toka too. In fact, she's got her own way. We got his and her Toka twos. But I mostly smoke it when I'm on here with you cats, so I don't have to keep my mouth shut. But anyway, man, let me shout out who came in here, man. I appreciate anybody that stopped in here tonight on a Thursday night at prime time, man. That's the way to do it, man. The first guy in here, my brother Just Frank, bro. I don't know if you're still here, Franco, but thanks for coming by, my man. 306 from the sticks, man. Salute to you, man. My brother Mad Chad, my real brother for life out there, man. Shout out to my man Mad Chad up in Maine. It's getting cold. It's like 40 degrees down here in Rhode Island, bro. I can imagine. It must be 30 up there, man. And 30 turns water into ice. So, John McSmith, my brother, thank you for coming by. Salute to you, bro. Purple. Hey, Purple, how we doing? Shout out to you. Salute. Demetrius Bright, salute, my brother. Thank you so much for coming by, man. Blessings, my man. Always, always. Daniel Berry, salute, brother. Thank you for coming by, my man. Appreciate it, bro. I see Daniel Berry everywhere, man. The most unlikely chat rooms, I go in all of them myself, because this is what I do when I'm bored. I hope that music's not too loud. It might be. Let me know if it's okay, man. Let me know in the chat if it's too loud, because I can't really tell over here. Cut it down just a shade. I don't want to get it out of the scene, and I don't want to make it too loud. But I think that's pretty cool. My brother Josh over at 86 Boxing here. Salute to you, my man. Great channel over there, bro. Josh is a boxing historian. Josh pays attention to the turn of the century boxers, the guys who are fighting in the 1800s and 1900s, early years, man. Always an education over there, bro. Appreciate you coming by, man. And my man Angel Diaz, man, he's been showing me respect and love since day one, man. Great brother. Fisherman out of Cuba. down in Miami, bro. Shout out to my man Angel Diaz. And thank you, cats, for coming in here, man. I'm waiting for Terrible Tim to finish his dinner and come in. I had a great dinner tonight too, man. I went to see. My wife had an operation, so she's kind of laid up for a few days, or until she gets back on her feet. So I went to the supermarket yesterday. It's the first time I've been in there since she broke her ankle at the beginning of the pandemic. And man, I'll tell you, that's not the place for me. I was kind of lost in there. Carlos, my brother, the drunk Irishman. Shout out to Carlos Mendoza out there, bro. Crazy cat, knows his shit about boxing. Always quick-witted. Always has a very humorous short that he puts up or a little video, man. The man who finally showed his face at the tavern one night, man. So shout out to my brother Carlos Mendoza. Mick Smith, he's yet to show his face. It's actually been shown. Maybe that's it up there. Maybe that's a young version of Mick Smith. But one of these days, Mick Smith will show that handsome face of his. Even when a bitch is on the line, he doesn't want to show it. I was kind of dumbfounded the other day. But anyway, man, shout out to Carlos Mendoza, the drunk Irishman out there, and John Mick Smith drinking those brews. I'd like to see Mick Smith drunk on that. Never heard Mick Smith drunk. That would be a trip. And by the way, this is in the background. You're listening to the Dan Pratt Quartet. They're playing right now. They're playing live at Smalls Jazz Club. This is a live performance. This is in Greenwich Village in New York City. And this is Dan Pratt on the alto sax, Martha Cato on the piano, Matt Penniman on the bass, and Bad Otis Brown on the drums. When I go to New York City, I'm going to go to Smalls Jazz Club and catch a show. And this is the perfect weather for jazz music. It's cold enough out there where you got to put some clothes on and you don't mind being close to people you don't know. And nothing like some good jazz, boxing. There's that Otis on those drums, though. He's a G. Just do, my brothers. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for coming by, bro. I'm waiting for Tim Witherspoon to stop in. And we're gonna talk about what's happening in boxing today. I wanna spring a couple of things on Tim that's happened in his career, because I mean this is a guy who was a two-time world heavyweight champion, bro. Like I think I see him in the background now. I'm gonna tell these guys to take a break, man, because I got a special guest that's coming in here, man. This guy shocked the world when after only 15 pro fights, he took Larry Holmes to the gates of hell. Larry was lucky to escape with a split decision. Anyway, man, this is my friend coming on here. This is Terrible Tim Witherspoon.
What a great entry. That was beautiful. Hey everybody, how you doing?
Salute my brother. Salute my brother.
I made the best fried rice. I even put sweet potatoes in it. I cut the sweet potato up. I put it in there with rice, garlic, broccoli. I ran out of onions. Of course, I haven't eaten beef or pork for 50 years. I haven't eaten beef or pork for 50 years and chicken and fish for 5 years. And that's all I did. I put rice, like all these vegetables. I was hurrying up too because I know I had to be on the show, and I just finished it. Oh, it was the bomb. The first time I put sweet potatoes in it, I cut it up small, put it in there, and fried it around, and it came out all right, guys. So I'm having a little fun over here. Bruce, how you doing, Bruce? You okay?
Oh, bro, you know it, man. You know when you called me yesterday. You know, you kind of awoken the boxing gods in my heart. You made me you gave me a warm feeling. And then when you said you wanted to come on and do a show, I said, oh man, I just said, and there's so much to talk about. So right away I jumped right on it. Nelly Content is out there, man. Thank you for coming by. That one guy Bones we know that one guy Bones. He's always over Tim Witherspoon's channel.
Right. I made a mistake. I'll be right back and give me 30 seconds.
No problem, champ. No problem, man.
Wait, I'll be right back.
Don't worry, man. We'll hold our breaths waiting over here, bro. Nelly Content, man. Shout out to you, bro. Thanks for coming by. and Nelly, I appreciate the coming to my community page every day when I put out the on this day, because every day something happens in boxing, and it's not just the fight. There's a lot of things behind the scenes that happened. There's a lot of historic events, man. Like for hey Cass, CAS Sports, bro. Shout out to you, man. Let me make sure that I gave you a. I went on your channel today for the it was really only the second time because I you know how life is, man. Especially now, the shit that's happening. But as soon as I said hi to you, I saw you gave me a wrench, and man, that really did my heart. It really did something to me, man. Because I appreciate that. I mean, I give them to everybody in here as long as you keep coming in. That it's cool. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that from you, man. Thank you for coming by. I got the champ over here coming in, man. Hey.
I'm sorry, I was supposed to put on my agent. I got an agent in England called Kevin Baker, and hold on, I'm sorry. We're gonna have fun. Excuse me.
God bless you, brother.
Thank you. Yeah, his name is Kevin Baker. He's been helping me ever since I've been going over England, and we've been real good friends, and he's a real good guy. So this is Concept Events over in England. That's just you can't say it that good, but I just wanted to put it on. Is that okay, Bruce?
Yeah. In fact, we'll. I'm going to give you a full screen here, so we can see that. We can see that beautiful T-shirt there. Let's check that out, man.
Yes, Concept Events. He's a really nice. He moves real fast. He gets the job done. I burnt my hand, guys. If y'all remember, I burnt my hands. I was supposed to go to Saudi Arabia to see the Tyson Fury fight. Tyson Fury and Ghana, and I was cooking chicken for my daughter Shania and me. Well, I don't need me. Well, for her, and I got distracted. I went this way, and I went this way and slapped the grease pan, and all the grease hit me. It burned me really bad, and then it hit me here. It hit me here, right up there, right there. Burned me there, and then it burned a little bit in my stomach. So I had my bags and stuff, and I was ready to go, but I said nah. I had my bags ready to go to the Tyson Fury Ghana fight, and it was hurting too much, Bruce.
I saw it after you did it. It looked like you had a boxing glove on. It was
bubble, but then it busted. After like 3 days, it busted. That was painful. It busted, and it started stinging real bad. And this is results. It was worse than this because that little thing there is the scab. It was all this stuff like this was all over here. It was all over. It was all over around. Like all around in there, all up around there, right there. So,
well, I'll tell you, bro, healthy as you are, you heal fast, man. But I'll tell you that event in Saudi Arabia. Let me shout out to Susanna. Thank you for coming by.
Hey, Suze.
Chain Smoke is in here.
Chain Smoke, yeah, that's a singing group from England or something. Chain Smokers.
No, this is Chain Smoke. Chain Smoke.
Chain Smoke, okay.
My brother BVO Boxing, man. Shout out to you, man. A great boxing head out there, man. Hardcore boxing, man. Shout out to hardcore boxing out there, man. Shout out to you, Cass. I appreciate you coming in here. I got 2-time heavyweight champ over here. Terrible Tim Witherspoon. And bro, this guy,
one of the nicest guys in the world.
One of the greatest guys in the world. How many fights did you have? Almost 70 fights?
No, I only had like
No, I'm talking about your professional career. How many fights did you have?
Like 56.
No. You had more than that.
No, maybe 62.
Let me pull up your record here for a second.
Well, you good at it. You
know I am. That's why I said you had so many fights, and the fight the one that beat you was that damn frying pan.
Fireman.
The frying pan.
What you mean?
The frying pan with all that grease in it, that knocked you out. You had 55, 65. 69 fights, 68 fights.
69. Okay.
That's almost 70 fights.
They had 39 knockouts or 40 knockouts.
Yep. Only stopped 4 times.
Stopped 4 times.
Yeah, it says you were stopped 4 times in here.
One time. I never was really hurt. I gave the fight to
Savarese.
Like the Bone Crusher. I never was stopped before. Just one. I don't know what it is to get stopped because it was political. Me and Don King business wasn't going right. And I decided before the fight to take a dive. It was close to the fight. The Bone Crusher second fight. Watch the Bone Crusher first fight and then compare it to the second fight.
Okay, so in box rec it says you were stopped 4 times, but everybody listen, man, this is from the man.
Stopped 4 times.
I know that, bro.
No, let me explain this. Okay, so I'm fighting. It was Lou Savarese.
Yeah, it says
Lou Savarese, and this is just a fight. I was just trying to get money, and Lou said, man, I know you would have knocked me out if you was in shape and stuff. Right after the fight, he said that, but I went into the fight. I just wanted him, like, if I get a good shot in, I can win the fight. But if it go the distance and he just get a decision, I'm still going to get the money to take because I was doing real bad then. So I was just taking fights and not taking nothing from Lou. But he even said to me, man, you would have killed me. I know you wasn't in shape and all that. So what happened was I came out, was boxing, and he threw like something that didn't even hit me almost. And I went down, and the referee stopped it. And then the referee said to me, did I stop it too soon? And I said, no. And he did stop it too soon because he didn't do no research. And I said, no, because I didn't care. I just wanted to get the money and go home. And I feel bad for Lou Savarese.
And Tim, the thing about that too, bro, that was 20 years after you fought Larry Holmes.
Yeah,
I mean, that was in the twilight of your career. And hey, let me flash a memory back to you. Tim Witherspoon's debut, man, against Joe Adams. That was the anniversary of that was only a few days ago.
Oh God, I got a knockout first round.
Yeah, but there was something different about that fight. You didn't just go in the dressing room and go out. What was going on in the dressing room? Were there some heavy hitters in your dressing room before that fight?
Yeah, there was a lot of big fights before me going out. I can't remember them. I can't remember the fights because that was my very first fight. And I was just sitting back like a new up-and-coming guy in the back. Everybody was going. I was getting nervous. I was sitting in the back room. Everybody going. I was the last bout. I was a walkout bout. But after when the fight was, and I knocked him out in the first one, I came back. I was like, whoa, that was really cool, But I was the last bout. Terrell Biggs came in, the gold medal winner. I'm friends with his brother. We cool with Xavier. We doing business together, the legends and everything. But when he came in, I got nervous. I got real nervous. Oh, and I was like, whoa, what am I do? Here's the gold medal guy. So when I went out, I knocked him out in the first round. I was like,
cool
that's all the different stages I had to go through. We had to fight, and I was nervous that he came in. I was put to the test, and I think I came out pretty good.
And that was in 1979.
79.
And you're still fighting in 2003. So that's 24 years. That's a long career, my brother.
Sometimes you got to keep on doing what you got to do to take care of the family. If your body is okay and you can get through some of the things, so I took some fights. I should have retired, but I had to take care of the family because of a lot of negative things that happened to me on the journey up to the end of my career. It was kind of rough. I really, you know what? When I look back, Bruce, I was like, man, I didn't even have to be a part of that, even though it was negative. Heavyweight champion of the world. Imagine all the young people out there not really pushing and doing positive things and stuff. We got to help them. And I'm just saying, and here it is, I didn't even work really hard, and I became 2-time heavyweight. I did work hard, but I could have worked even more harder and kept the title.
Well, bro, I mean, there's no regrets, and you keep yourself in such great shape. I'm not over here to pat you on the back or anything. But when I called Tim today, bro, Tim's 65 years old. I called him today. He's in the gym. You were either hitting the heavy bag or you were doing some cardio,
I hit
bro.
the hammer. I was hitting the hammer.
Yeah.
Hammer. Just real quick, I'm gonna make it cook so we could get stuff together. It was this hammer is not a regular hammer. It's a big, long, round, heavy pole, like round like this, with a round ball on the top. It's heavier than the average hammer. I mean, like axe or hammer. And I was just picking it up with this young fighter. See, I want to hold up. I want to give my these phones, man. I hate that.
you want to take the call?
No.
Okay,
no,
man.
I'm not taking nothing. We doing this. No way.
That's my man. That's my man.
No way.
See what I wanted to ask you was, did you see the fight with James Toney and Razor Ruddock the other night?
That made me want to get in there. That made me want to fight.
Why don't they call my brother Terrible Tim? I mean, bro, these two guys were both out of shape, but yet they put on an interesting fight. They put on an entertaining show. You could have went. You should have went in there, man. I mean, Anybody out there who's promoting a Legends fight, you call up Terrible Tim Witherspoon. He's got one more in him, bro. He's definitely
I got more than one in me.
Absolutely,
I don't
man.
got no
Absolutely.
cuts. I ain't got no cuts or bruises. I do forget a lot of stuff sometimes, and that's because I don't know.
I never took a shot to this pretty head in my life, bro. But I forget things too. But that you had great defense. A lot of these fighters today, they don't know the defense. They don't stress it, bro. The name of the game is to hit and not get hit, but put on a show at the same time.
That's true. There's a lot of boxers, and you've seen them. We talked about it before. They hit the canvas. Tyson Fury just hit the fan. Even though he got a big heart, he'll fight you to the end. He hit the canvas. And it wasn't a really hard punch. He was off balance, too. He got hit a little bit, but it was off balance. But Anthony Joshua went down. Dante Wilder went down. Who's the other guy? Dylan White went down.
Mm-hmm.
And other weights, there's a lot of guys went down. The old teachers, when they left, they did leave some interesting knowledge that should have been passed on to the other guys. So you know what I'm saying, Bruce? So a lot of the defense are not as good as it was when I was fighting or before me. They don't know how to teach that. The best defense is the offense. Come on, you're going to get tired, then get knocked out. All offense. And don't bing, 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 hands up. Bing, 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 or slipping or blocking. You're putting your hands up and countering. That's beautiful stuff, Bruce, and you don't see it no more. You just see them just going like this. Dante Wilder, I love these guys. Let me first say I love each and every one of them. I love you. I don't want them to be mad at me because Malik Scott was mad at me for talking about Dante Wilder. And so I had this structure. I'm sorry. I had to structure what I say so people's feelings don't get hurt. You can say what you want to say about me. I still love you. You know what I mean? But I was saying these things and they got angry. But you could see that all those guys lacked defense, and that's why they wound up on the campus.
Why do you think that is, Tim? Why do you think that?
The trainers, my trainer taught me both defense and offense. I ain't gonna go into some place where you just teach them one. You need both. Some boxers, I love Tommy Hearns, and there's a couple other guys. I love them, but a lot of our fans want to know the truth. I'm not down on Tommy. I love Tommy. I was in camp with him. Oh, it's a privilege for me to be in camp with him. His defense wasn't that good. He was offense. He will gun you down, Bruce, and take you out. But but right now he's in not in a really great situation. But he needed to imply a little bit more defense in his attack. He was offense. He'll kill you with that offense.
Oh, that right hand, man. Whew. He
will kill you. He sets you up with the jab and left hooks, but but his defense was messed up, and now there's a price that he's paying a little bit, but he's happy. I see him going around sometimes. I'm just explaining to our people that, and I love Tommy, that I think that was one of his problems, and he found out about it later because he had a trainer. He wasn't, when he first started, he had to listen to his trainer, so he didn't know if he needed defense or offense. He just kept on training. So, but I don't know if he know now.
Was the Kronk gym more offense?
Yeah, almost everybody, almost all, because a lot of them got knocked out. Emmanuel Stewart was a great person, and in terms of training offensively, Tommy Hearns proved that he was pretty good at Emmanuel Stewart. But when it comes to defense, I wish he was living. I was in his presence. My trainer, Slim Robinson, he was like asking my trainer questions. This is where I got confused. We was in camp somewhere, and I was sitting right there. He was asking my trainer certain things, and then he carried on the conversation even more, and that led me to believe. I said, wait a minute, why is he giving my trainer Slim all this respect and credibility? And I'm like, Slim knew his stuff. He taught me. You see what the results is what I do with blocking and stuff. I just wasn't in shape because the business part of me was messed up. So I wasn't in shape a lot of times. I believe if my business with my promoters and managers was okay, I would be in good shape, winning fights and getting all the respect. So, but Tommy was a great offensive, but you can't get nobody to tell me that his defense, that's what he lacked, and it told in the end of his fight. And this is what people want to hear. They want to hear stuff. I'm not down to Tommy. I love him, and you can say anything you want about me. I'm gonna say, oh wow, I should have did that. I should have did this. I'm cool with it.
But that's why we talk to him, because we don't have to sugarcoat it. We don't have to bullshit everything. I mean, this is
Tommy and man.
And this is from a man who lived a life, who's got 2 heavyweight championships of the world, which dude, you can count that on one hand.
Imagine if I was in shape.
And you just said it. You just said the mental game is the thing, man. The mental game. And let me shout out the Bud Files who stopped in. Appreciate that.
Bud.
The Bud Files.
Thank you,
my brother Macadocious Mac of the South out there, man. Shout out, bro.
Macadocious. Hey, man.
Aunt McQueen's out there.
Aunt McQueen, how you doing?
My brother Yankee Kyle, man, shared your post on the community tab, and that's a good thing, man. Anybody out there, if you can share this post
Yankee
on your social media, we appreciate that, man. Hey, Tim, what do you think of the boxing in Saudi Arabia, man? I mean, they had such an event there. I know you couldn't go with the hand, but what did you think? They had look at, and that's a hand that a lot of boxers are going to shake when they look at that hand. And that's only the left, man.
That's my left hand, yeah.
The big right coming behind that sucker, man. You're going to give them nightmares. They're going to wake up and it's cold.
I was supposed to go over there, Bruce. I actually was kind of skeptical because of the war and the fighting over there. I had my bags. Suitcase ready. My mom she was sick. Now right now as we speaking, she in the hospital.
Well, I mean, they had a lot.
Wait a minute, she's in the hospital. She was a little heart thing and stuff like that, and she was like telling me she didn't want me to go. She said, Tim, don't go over there. They fighting over there, and I was like, but I had my bags and stuff ready to go on. They was paying $15,000. And then when you get over there, they gave them a little bonus. They gave them some other things. So I'm not money hungry, so it didn't hurt me bad. If I was money hungry, I'd be like going crazy.
But I'll tell you, it would have been nice. Did you see all the talent they have, all the legends? Everybody was there. I mean,
I think Tommy Hearns and several other boxers didn't go, but they had enough to really make it happen. Though they had enough guys over there.
They had all the heavyweights from your era were there. Larry was there, Jerry was there, Riddick was there, Mercer was there. They were all there.
Money.
15 grand is nice though. That's nice of them to do that to give
But
you
they
guys.
gave a bonus when you got there. They gave him something else. I heard.
I'll bet it was first class accommodations over there.
Yeah, or I think they gave him nice watches. Somebody else said they gave him 50 more grand, but I don't think they did that. They got the money to do that.
Well, who did that to you? Was that Shania tugging that frying pan in your hands that night, or what?
I was just cooking for her. I was cooking for her, which I've been doing every day since she was born. 13 years. She turned 13. I've been making sure she eat, making sure she protected, making sure all my kids were protected, making sure, or else I'd have been living. If I was by myself, I'd have been living in another country because maybe. I would, but no, the reason why I don't travel or do a lot of certain things because I love my kids. I want to make sure I was away from them when I was boxing. I was away from them learning. I didn't know that much learning and you know what I mean? And they're successful. They're good kids. My son, Tim, I only had to hit him one time when he was 8 months old. No, listen, he was like making around. He was like moving around, making noise. And I just played with him. I'm like that. He started crying. Ever since then, he's 38. I didn't have to holler at him. I'm not telling you no lie. I never had to holler at him. I never had to discipline him. And I'm saying, God, dog. Now my daughters, I didn't have to discipline them that much. I got off the hang. I got off good. I didn't have my kids. Never gave me no trouble. You come in my house, you don't even know if Tim's there. He's got a gym in a place called Bristol, Pennsylvania. I go over there and train every day, and I'm really proud. Here it is thinking, I say, you know what? I never had to holler at him. One time when he was mad, and he threw this plate down. But other than that, I got it good. And one of my other daughters, Ayana, I never had to chastise her.
Well, I talked to your son Tim quite a bit, and he's told me
nice, right?
He's a gentleman. He's a great guy.
He would never disrespect you, even if you got smart with him.
He told me if anybody would to ever train him ever again, or any of his kids or anything, it would be you. He said you're the greatest trainer in the world. He told me that, man. I'm not blowing smoke up the ass. He told me that no doubt in his mind, you're the greatest trainer out there. If he did it all over again.
Wow, thanks. We could get him on the podcast next time too, us together, we could talk. But I never had to really discipline my children really extreme because I never was really, when I'm there in the house with them, I'm just, hey, I'm like one of the gang, I ain't try to be no bully. But protection is what I was overprotected with my kids in terms of them going places. I didn't want them to get hurt. And I don't know if that was a mistake because they did everything anyway. They had fun.
Hey, God.
You had to take care of the children, everybody. Got to take care of them children.
Okay. What was I just see that? I got this mind where I got a question in here and then all of a sudden it goes just like that. And I have to remember it again. It's really weird. I guess it's part of getting old, man. Because I still got a couple of years on you, young man.
I know. What, 2 years? Or 3?
Yeah, I think so. I'll be.
You gotta tell your age.
I don't care who knows my age. I'll be 69 on December 29th, man.
I'm December 27th.
I know that, bro. We have a birthday. We had a birthday conversation on your birthday, I believe, last year or the year before. I don't remember, but yeah, bro.
You got all the people commenting, huh?
Yeah, for sure, man. Marvin Hagler said in the lead up to his fight, Tommy's offense is his defense. That's what Tim was just saying.
You know what? Real quick, I'm gonna make this real quick. That's what a lot of trainers. I was in the old Passung gym right where Sylvester Stallone made his movie, right down there in South Philly and around the Italian neighborhood and Italian market. And there's a lot of trainers who are saying your best defense is your offense because they can't teach you defense. I would never. That is something you never should tell. Yeah, David, you get tired, you get knocked out, but you got to have both of them. You don't necessarily have to have both. Because there is some boxers that made it without defense, but there's a lot of them that made that was damaged. They're damaged. They made it good with money and everything, but they can't communicate or stuff now. So um it was very important for me at that time. What you was just talking about.
Something in boxing. I can't remember anyway. But you know what I wanted to talk about?
That's why we love this show.
That's definitely why we love this show. What I want to ask you, bro, was right now the weed is in boxing a lot. They're talking about cannabis in boxing. Keyshawn Davis just got suspended for and they nullified his last fight. It's declared a no contest. Tell everybody about what happened with Tim Witherspoon and marijuana back in 1986 with Tony Tubbs. Let's hear that story.
Tested positive smoking marijuana. It was my birthday. They shouldn't have did that to the guy Keyshawn.
But what did they do? What did that mistake cost you, bro? I mean, you smoked a couple of tokes at a party, right? That was it.
It was my birthday. It was my birthday. Let me talk about Keyshawn real quick. I think that was really bad. You know what I mean? Marijuana is medicine to certain people. Marijuana is medicine to certain people, and they're starting to legalize it and everything. It's just like smoking a cigarette now, because some stuff in that can help people with pain and other things.
Well, Tim, you know that if that happened in Nevada, he wouldn't have gotten suspended, because Texas tests you for. So isn't that screwed up, man? Isn't that messed up? Because of the state. Like when you got busted.
What nationality was he?
What nationality was Keyshawn? Was Keyshawn Davis? He's American.
Okay. No, was he black?
Yeah, black American. Okay. But I mean that shouldn't have anything to do with it. He violated a banned substance in his system in Texas. But if it was
weed. It was weed.
It was weed. It was THC.
Okay.
And they suspended him for 6 months. And his last fight, they declared it a no contest. So they ruined his perfect record. He's got a draw. He got a no contest on there instead of all victories. But the thing was, if it was in Nevada, it wouldn't have been an issue.
Yeah.
No. Isn't that messed up though? Don't you think boxing should do something about that? And now, when you got busted, what did they do to you, bro? For a little bit of THC in you could have lost your title because of that, couldn't you?
I know. I only took like about 7 drags, and I didn't realize.
That's what they all say. You didn't inhale either. I know.
I did. I just went. It was my birthday. And on December 27th, I was fighting January to something, and they had a little get together. And then somebody had weed outside on the balcony. I don't know why I did that. I wasn't thinking, and so it was my birthday. I didn't drink anything. They said happy birthday to you, all that stuff in the hotel room, and then somebody was smoking weed outside, and I walked out there on the balcony. And then I started smoking with them, and it was no more than 7 to 10 inhales. And
how much did that cost you?
They took 50,000.
50,000, and that's 1986 money. That's 3 times what.
No. You know, in that particular fight, and I had to pay $25,000 fine. But in that particular fight, the IRS came in and took all my money. So when I left the fight, I had no money. Don King lent me $10,000. So at that fight,
you're the heavyweight champion of the world. You're the heavyweight champion of the world. They successfully
didn't promote it, Bruce. They must have didn't. Well, I don't know about promotions, but. They kept the money. Tony Tubbs, I fought Tony Tubbs, but I was only getting $60,000 to fight for the championship, and that was really bad. I had nobody negotiate for me. Carl King was my manager, you know, and it was down there in Georgia where Martin Luther King. They had it was his day. My birthday was, you know, was before
Mm-hmm.
that, and it was Martin Luther King birthday thing. Don King used that, and you know, and it turned out to be a big miss in the long run. I did all the time. I went to the rehab for about 4 months.
Tell us about that.
Well, I had to go to the place and sit in front of people and tell them why I was there. It was stupid because they was looking at me funny and laughing. I came in and said, "Hey, my name is Terrible Tim Witherspoon, former two-time heavyweight champion of the world. I'm here because I smoked marijuana. I didn't, you know, I was like, I didn't smoke that much, but they caught it in my urine and I had to pay $25,000 fine and go to the rehab for like 4 months or something like that." And they were looking at me like, "That is so stupid." I swear. They was like, "You in here for just smoking weed? You mean they took your money for just smoking weed?" I'm serious. All of them afterwards, they was like talking to me. They said, "I can't believe that just for a couple of puffs. And they took 50 grand from you." I was
Now,
in there with heroin. I was in there with heroin addicts, cocaine addicts, everything, hardcore. And they
now, you think maybe Don King? I mean, Don King was managing Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is smoking that ganja, baby. He's still
not
smoking.
before that. No, well, he was trying to get him before that fight. We knew that he didn't care about us. He was trying to get down. He was trying to get Tyson. So he didn't
But
care about me, or else he would try to afford it. He would try to afford it to stop them from penalizing me. So he was trying to get Tyson, and then Bone Crusher fight. I had to throw that one. I threw that fight. So
that's yeah, that's a story you told us here before, man. You know, people that don't know it out there. Tim Witherspoon he took a dive because he had a bad contract with Don King. He wanted to get out of that contract, and I'm not going to speak for you, Tim. If you want to bring that story up.
Well, you talking? Listen, you talking about? Listen, I got tested positive for marijuana, so I had to give Tubbs a rematch, and so that was the rematch in that December. Tubbs came up with a shoulder injury, so I was supposed to give him a rematch because I tested positive. They took the money. I was penalized, and so I was supposed to fight Tony Tubbs. So I didn't train hard. It was Tony Tubbs. I knew I should have trained hard regardless because he's a good boxer. But I was like down, and I was like not depressed, but I was like on the back end. I wasn't on the front end, and so. I was training for Tubbs, and then when they said Tubbs got hurt the shoulder, I stopped training. And then they called me back and said the fight is still on, and I did some things that you're not supposed to do before the fight. And so when I went into the fight, but I knew that Don King didn't care about me, Tubbs, Bone Crusher, or no, he wanted Tyson, and he was just lining all his heavyweights up to fight, and then get Tyson. So when they pulled Bone Crusher in, I said, I fought him before, and I shut him out, kind of like beat him every round almost.
Easy.
And I wasn't in shape. I said, but he is strong. I said, I'm not going 12 rounds knowing that they're going to give it to him anyway, because I was causing all that trouble talking about Don. And yeah, so I knew I wasn't going to get the fight. So we set up a deal. We said, hey, man, I'm gonna go down in 3. We had to make sure we talked to the officials. We found out that there is a 3 knockdown rule, and it had to be an actor. That's all. I acted really good. I feel bad because my mom was crying. My kids, some of my kids were crying when I act and went down and but some of my brothers and stuff.
I couldn't believe it. I'm sitting here watching it, and I'm saying, no way, no. See, I haven't used
one. You seen the first fight?
Yes.
You seen the first fight?
No, Tim, if somebody could alleviate those mental pressures of boxing, what a different world it would be. I mean, the managers fighting with each other, putting you in the middle, having to deal with Don King's son, both of those guys conspiring against you, and you're supposed to put your faith in Carl King. I mean, dude, how can you be sane in an insane world like that? It really, I just think that it's so beautiful that you're here today you speak articulately. You remember everything, and a lot of guys don't do that at our age, man. A lot of guys aren't around anymore, and a lot of the ones that are around, they're in wheelchairs. They need attendance.
He's got a cane. We helping him. We helping Terrell, who's the gold medal winner. We constantly trying to help him. There's a couple other guys that got, we trying to help them back on the right track. But I just want to say, after all this stuff, this is how I move on with my life. I'm telling the public that I love Don King. I love his son. I don't want to do business with them, but I'm gonna let you know he did those things. He did those things. And for me to go forward and for me to go on with my life, with my kids and my family and everything else, I got to put that behind me. We could talk about it.
Yeah, man.
You know what makes it hurts on their side? And I do. I love the guy. I don't want to do no business with him. I love him and his son. And, they were great promoters, but it was wrong what happened. I love everybody. That's what's going to make me a positive
absolutely, bro. I love everybody, but some people I like more than others.
I like that one. That's right. I like that.
I'll tell you, bro, you can use that, and I won't even charge you the royalty for it. I won't give you a copyright strike. You can use it on your show. Now listen, man. Thursday night we got some live boxing on, big boxing. ESPN's putting on a lightweight championship fight with Shakur Stevens and De Los Santos, okay. and then Navarrete is fighting Kasasenko for a title. It's a two title fights. They're having Emilio Vargas is on the card, Abdullah Mason. It's a stacked card. But dude, the thing I'm saying, it's on a Thursday night. It's during the week. I think that's so cool. Don't you remember when they had the good fights? Madison
What network? What network?
That's the ESPN.
Oh. Okay.
I'm gonna do a live fight. I'm gonna call the fight. I'm gonna have a nice fight party. But I think
I'll come on.
All right, man. How can we go wrong? But Thursday nights, isn't that so cool? I can't stand the Saturday nights. One fight after another, staying awake till 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning.
I know.
It's crazy. I mean, shout out to Top Rank for putting this fight on during the week and putting. Right. And it's not just like a regular and I love the Tuesday night fights on USA and the ESPN Friday night fights. This is a quality main event pay-per-view. Oh, well, I'm not going to say pay-per-view because I don't pay for any of that shit, bro. I stream it all, and that's the way I grew up. These guys aren't going to take my hard-earned what little left of it is for these poor quality fight cards. See, now if I start talking like this, I'll get mad and I might drop a few F-bombs because I've been trying to watch my mouth, Tim. I know we talked about that a long time ago, and I haven't had one F. You haven't said one F. We've been doing it really good.
That's like our buddy. What's his name?
Mad Chad.
Mad Chad.
My brother.
He'll cuss you right out. He will cuss you right out.
He's a special one, that Mad Chad, man. He really is, bro. In fact, I wanted to have him on here tonight, but Mad Chad's up there in Maine. He's still between homes. He got burned out. His apartment house burned out a while ago, and he's looking for a place. He's trying to work because it's hard trying to get it back on your feet again once you get settled a little bit, and shit can happen just like that. So you got to thank God every day for what you have, man. I mean, I do. And Mad Chad does too, and life is a balancing wire. It could go this way, it could go that way. We just have to stay and do the best we can. But anyway, champ, man, I had you here for almost an hour, bro. I appreciate it, man.
Let's go about 10 more minutes.
All right, man. Tell me what you're doing now. Tell me what's going on down in Philadelphia, bro.
Okay, I just been. Like today, I came in from the gym. I was rushing, and you called me. You called me and everything. I said, "Oh, that's right. I'm just trying to get myself together." We went to New York. Me and Bryant, we went to New York with Viking Samurai. He's trying to put together. They're trying to put together a fight. There's martial arts trying to come over to boxing. And they need fast course. They need a fast course, and I'm the guy that can get them there, teach them defense and everything. So this guy Viking Samurai, he's over, and there's a couple other guys, and they're trying to match these fights up. And I don't want to hurt regular boxing because if it do, I'm gonna like slide back a little bit, or if I make some money, I'll help out the boxing because I'm a
But
boxer.
you know, bro, boxing is all messed up today. It's nothing like it was back in the day.
Yeah, I know.
It's
Yeah.
so crazy. Now Saudi Arabia, they're tempting us with this big show on the 23rd of December.
Who
And
is
I
it?
mean, oh, they got Anthony Joshua on the card. They got Tyson. They got Deontay Wilder and Joseph Parker. They have Daniel Dubois is on the card.
Daniel
Um,
Dubois.
it's like every heavyweight in the top 10 division. But it's like in a month and a half, and in a month and 2 weeks, and they say this is going to happen. Do you think those Saudis are telling the truth, or you think this is just a bunch of BS, just to make for clickbait, so we'll pay attention to them?
What you mean? Like, do you? I think it's real because,
You think
like
they're
I said,
telling the truth? Because this is in all the
they got
all
money.
the
They got
boxing
money.
magazines.
They got money.
Oh,
They paid all them people. I know they probably paid George Foreman if he was over there, Larry Holmes more than what they was giving me. But there's a separate promoter, Spencer Brown, who's a good friend of mine. I used to go over to England. Me and him were really cool, and he put on a lot of different events and invited me over. And he was really good. Now he's with Tyson Fury and taking care of the bottom part of boxing, like bringing in the people. They was bringing the boxers in and stuff like that. Because Tyson Fury and them, I think, they doing okay. They got the millions, so they need help, with other things. So they brought all. They the ones that brought all the boxers over. Spencer, excuse me, and paid them like 15 grand a piece. But I burned my hand and stuff. and didn't want to
yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah. But I'll tell you, that's a beautiful thing. I hope they continue doing that because there's a lot of guys out there. $15,000. I don't care how you look at it. That's a lot of money.
Yeah,
That's a car. That's a nice little chunk of change. Plus, it's an all expense paid vacation. And like you said, it's a hot spot in the world right now. You don't know
it
what's going to
is.
happen. I mean,
It is, and
a lot
no
of
wars, going to be around it. But I just realized that afterwards. But like my mom, she's in the hospital right now, and she had little chest problems. And like before I was going over, she was getting worried about me, and so
yeah, no, yeah,
I had the bags. I was going to go, but I burnt my hand. And everything.
that angel Sanaya, she knew what was going on. She's a sweetheart, but I got to tell her to stay away from Terrible Tim when he's got that frying pan with the chicken in there. I see it before. And listen, one more thing before you go. I want to just talk about one more thing here, man. I I got him on my sweatshirt here, bro. The man.
Muhammad Ali,
The
the
man,
greatest
the
of
man.
all times.
And you were one of Muhammad Ali's sparring partners. Give us one quick Muhammad Ali story before I let you go, brother.
Okay, what's this hardcore boxing?
My brother, yeah. Shout out to my brother, Hardcore, man. Salute
Hey,
him, salute the Hardcore. I watch his show every morning, bro. And so he's on morning, he's on night, man.
he
He's
said
a
smash the
great
like
guy.
button. He said smash the like button.
Well, this is this internet age, man. The more likes we
Thank
get,
you.
the more the
Okay, what did you say, Bruce? What did you say?
I want one Muhammad Ali story, one original one that nobody's heard out here because we've all heard them all. You sparred with the dude. You tasted his freaking left jab in the face. He tasted your overhand right. Tell us the Muhammad Ali story, champ.
Well, you know what? He was pretty good, but like I said, I had a good trainer. I was blocking his jab. I was blocking it really good. but we noticed he was sick. I told you on this show before and the other shows that he was sick. So I never really got a chance to work with the greatest, real greatest, because he was sick. And before the Larry Holmes fight, Muhammad Ali was really sick. He fought the fight anyway. There was people around him. They wanted money. They didn't care about his health. But everybody loved him. Even the people that cared about the money, they did love him. But maybe they need to pay bills and stuff. But the bottom line is he should have never fought Larry Holmes because he was sick. When I got in the ring and sparred with him, I was like, am I champion? Or because he didn't whip on me. He didn't whip on me. I had a good defense. I know I would have blocked a lot of his shots, but there was nothing really aggressive about him. Even backing up aggressive, like when you back up, hitting them with good punches. There was none of that. So, and I went back to the corner and talked to my trainer, Slim. I was young too. I was like just beginning and everything, but I was up there a little bit. So Slim, I said, Slim, I said something wrong. When am I going to get beat up? I was saying that to Slim. I said, when you going to work? And Slim said, yeah, Tim, I noticed something. He ain't really pushing hard or nothing, right? So as the days went on, the same, and he never progressed. This before the Larry Holmes fight. And Slim said, something wrong, Tim. I'm going to find out. Because Slim was a bounty hunter and detective like. And yeah, when we was up in Ali's camp, yeah, I'm gonna go fast. I'm gonna move fast a little bit. He was sick, and I realized that later. I'm a young guy, and he was sick. But in the beginning, I couldn't figure nothing out. We flew to Vegas. Everybody was around them. I wanted to go home real quick, everybody. I was a young kid, just getting in the boxing game. I'm in Las Vegas with one of the greatest boxers or the greatest boxer of all time. I wanted to go home. The average dude wouldn't want to stay and party and find girls. So I was walking up to Harold Bingham. We stayed in the Dunes. They stayed in Caesar's Palace. We was in the Dunes Hotel. So I walked over to the Caesars and went up to the 11th floor. Larry Holmes had the 13th floor or the 12th floor, and Ali had the 11th floor. So I went on 11th floor, and when soon as the door opened, I heard loud noises. I was like, what the hell is that? So I'm supposed to go down the hallway to get Howard Bingham, who took care of the flights. Harold Bingham was one of his guys that make sure everybody's flights is going. So I said, what the hell? So I started walking down the hall in Caesar's Palace, and it got louder as soon as I got. So when I got to Ali's room, I looked in there, and they was arguing about him not fighting or fighting. It was about 15 people in there. And they was up there, hey, he shouldn't out. They was doing all this. Drew Bundini was in there, Dundee. And I was like, what the hell? And I'm young. I should have stayed there longer. So I walked back. I went past the room. I was right there in the room. Then I went through Harold Bingham. They gave me the number. I knocked on his door. Everybody was frustrated. He was frustrated. He answered the door. Yeah, Tim, what's going on? I said, look, I want to go home. I said, can you get... So his wife was getting kind of aggressive with me. I said, hey, wait a minute. I'm only coming over there. And he said, Tim. Stop. I'll take care of it and go home. Everybody was frustrated. Okay, so I started walking back towards Muhammad Ali's room. They were still loud noises and stuff. And I said, oh my God. So I stayed there. I went there and I was looking in there. They left the door wide open. And I was like, oh God, he might not fight. So I ran back I didn't run over. I went back over to the Dunes Hotel and I was telling the sparring partners and everything. I said, Ali might not fight, man. They're over there arguing and fighting about him not fighting and fighting. And I told everybody, I told my trainer Slim, and I was like confused. And I was like thinking ain't going to be no fight the next day. But he fought anyway. And we knew it's almost over. We knew after the first couple of punches, Ali wasn't going to win. But we had a feeling because he was weak. He was weak and everything. And there's some people in this corner that wanted the money, and there was some people that was concerned. Dundee was really concerned about him, I found out.
That was a sad fight, man.
Yeah. So I'm telling you the truth, Bruce. I'm telling you a witness. I was right there and as a young man and witnessed them arguing and fighting.
And they should have that fight should have never happened, but money dictated. There was too much money involved, and they said, "Well, we're lucky Ali didn't get killed in the ring that night." I never saw Ali take such a beating. It's the first time in his career he was ever stopped. You know, Angelo Dundee stopped that fight. And hey, Tim.
That's the truth, hardcore. That's the truth.
Oh, bro, you know, I talked to Tim and I hear so much about boxing that was happening back when I was buying the Ring magazines and the Knockout magazines, and I'm reading this stuff 3 months after it happened. And I talked to Tim and he tells me some of the stuff that really, really happened that you don't read about because there was no internet back then. You know, you never. I mean, a lot of this stuff it's all revelations happening. You know, we're learning about this today. But anyway, Tim, man, brother, I kept you for an hour. Thank you so much, man.
You're gonna have me on, and he's gonna have me on again. We're gonna find some stuff on. That's my man. We're on the same team. Yep. Thank you, Bruce. I'm gonna find something else to eat. Okay.
All right, my brother.
Thank you, everybody. We had some really good stuff. If Bruce called me and we set something up, come on, because I'm gonna have some other stuff that we're gonna talk about. Okay. I want to thank everybody for coming on tonight on Bruce's show. That's my main man. Thank you. I'll see you later, Bruce. Okay.
Peace, brother. Peace.
All right.
Hey, let me tell the band the break is over here, man. Get back up there and play. There we go, man. There we go. Brucegas, boxing, jazz, and more, man. I just had a great conversation with my brother, Terrible Tim Witherspoon. And anybody who hasn't watched Terrible Tim Witherspoon fight before, bro, you want to watch a good one, go watch his fight with Larry Holmes, his fight with freaking Frank Bruno. I mean, this man's a two-time heavyweight champ. Anyway, he blessed us here for an hour. Josh, how we doing out there, my brother? Landlord Harassment Channel, my brother. Salute, man. We had a good one over here, Jay. Thank you so much for coming in. Low clarity, man. Peace to you, 86. Thank you for coming in, my brother. What can I say, bro? Terrible Tim Witherspoon. You know, it's too bad we weren't a bigger channel. More people could dig on what he has to say, because this man preaches things. And the names he mentioned, bro. I mean, see, I'm not taking that for granted. You're not going to hear that too often because these things aren't born. These things only die right now. You have to listen to them while they're here. Stories like that aren't going to be created, bro. That's the real deal. That's hardcore boxing right there, Mr. Parker. That's the real stuff. And you got a great name for your show, brother. In fact, all you cats do, man. Except that Landlord Harassment Channel. That's kind of messed up. But hey, we're all messed up on this lovely planet we call Earth over here. This is Brucegas, boxing, jazz, and more. Check out my community page tomorrow. Tomorrow was another anniversary of it was called Night of the Gold. It was in Madison Square Garden in the 1984 U.S. Olympic team. The most gold medals of any Olympic team. Cuba and Russia didn't compete, but regardless thereof, it was a fantastic night, and I talk a little bit about that because I like to share my experiences too. And God bless you all, bro. Thank you for coming by. I'm out of here. Wait a minute, you know, I can't leave without doing one thing though, bro. Like my brother 150, Big Say So as he's called. I'll tell these guys, okay, guys, you can take a break. I'll take you out here with man Big Say So's tune.
Shout out Brucegas, aka Toka 2. You know I had to drop a track for
Good night. Salute.
Where you at?
Yeah, been your wrestling boys out here telling favors. I'm the hardest young nigga, I ain't signed to no label. Hey, Brucegas putting them fights on the table. Calling that boxing since Kane versus Abel. Smoking so much gas, you would think that shit was fatal. I'm the people's champion like Muhammad Ali. Shout out Brucegas, one day we gon' meet. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, we gon' smoke hella weed. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, take a hit out the Toka 2. Slipping hella shots, feel like Tyson with the peak. Little Glock on my side, but it hit just like Isaac Cruz. Shout out Mad Chad, real shit, that's my fucking dude. We always cooking on the panel. Strapped to my side, I ain't talking about no sandwich. Bruce passed me the blunt, I'ma light it like a candle. Ayy, non-stop bars, man, I always spit flames. Feel like Brucegas always got a different strain. Bitch, you ain't like me, you can never feel my pain. You win and you lose, well, this a fight game. Don't beef on the net and the shit won't change. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the game. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the chat. I ain't undisputed. Yeah, hold on, I ain't undisputed, but I want all the straps.